Well, good morning, everybody. It's 7:30. It just looked like I've been live for a while now. Is that true? That's really stupid, I think. But strange things are going on right now, so it doesn't really matter. We are live, that much is true. And we have this watch list here now, and this is the watch list from today and not the watch list from yesterday, as we discussed this morning and nobody noticed, or maybe nobody did, or somebody did, but didn't want to tell me. So what we've got going on right now is a watch list of for 15 stocks. And we're going to start with NTCO. Oh, wait a minute. Just going to switch to this screen. Volume NTCO. So this is NTCO on a daily. Had some great days, and this is just wondering where will this one go right now. It's such a slow mover. 63 cents a day on a $20 stock. That's okay, but not great. So there's no volume right now in pre-market, so this thing will not shoot out of its. This thing will not start right away. But on the daily yesterday, this is what we saw. This is the 1 minute chart, this high here of 22.10 just before closing. And there's also this high here, the high of the day. My graphs are now having some problems again, so that's not the first time. So let's look at this. This is the 15-minute now. So it really got up in the morning and then fell down, never came up again. And this is just what we call stepping down. So if you want to short something, then this is the way, this is what you want to see. Getting up there, stepping down, then consolidation, stepping down again. And then this was the end of the stairways right here. It's 2175-ish. So you want to look at that one. And then it's all with no volume, so you have to watch this one if you're gonna play this. Be careful if you want to play this. So the levels for NTCO are 2173, 2307, 2367. And SENS. Now what we want to see on SENS here, if you want to be on the long side, and this has to be your entry. It's difficult to trade this one. It's now close to this 350, so overextended, as you can see here now on the 5 minutes. Yeah, but not a lot of overextend, so that's just okay. So got to this 350 here on this point, and now trying to get there again. And if it breaks that 350, then you've got something on your hands, because then there is no real level to establish here, other than maybe this one. This 380. Yeah, you can put in this 380. Why not? 379. And then all the way to 437. So SENS is still an interesting play to make, I think. Try to go a few times hard stop to trades. It's a small stock, $3.50. Only moves on average 20 cents a day. So that makes it a hard stock to trade for me. BNGO. Talked about BNGO this morning, and this is what you want to see on BNGO. We want to trade to break out here above 99.20, sorry. And nothing else for me. I don't think that if this one goes all the way down to here, then you get a pop up. I just want to see if it breaks out, and then I'm going to trade it. And at no other point I will. This is ATOS. So these were the moves that we saw on a daily, and based on that we said, okay, this 509 is really some kind of a 485 and 509 is are both levels here. So this is what we saw here, and now after this day yesterday, we really want to see this one back to the upside again. So not back to the upside, further to the upside. So 509 still is a level to me, and then 573, of course, now. And then just want to ride that one all the way till it breaks 681, 683, and then who knows where it will go. So got rejected here once at 750-ish. So maybe this is just the next one. Look at the RSI here is dangerously high. So, but well, $90. Okay, OCGN. Finally on the watch list again, because well, it had a good day the day before yesterday, and then yesterday this is what happened to the stock. And these are just big moves. So 941, low 1017. That's nice. Maybe, just maybe, we can play this one one more time. So be careful for this one, because it really can. Oh, let's just call 10 here. This is 10. You want to see 10 holding, and then you want to see the breakout above pre-market high, and it's 1045. Simple play. And then you can play it all the way to 1105. So nice round numbers: 10, 1050, 45, so 1050-ish, and then 11-ish for OCGN. We looked at Ford this morning, and Ford is doing not the thing that we expected after this move here. If you want to use that trend line, then you have to draw it a little bit more careful than this. So will something happen here in this triangle? I'm not sure, but maybe there will on GM. We talked about GM also this morning, and 64.50 is all-time highs for GM, and let's see if we get there today. then this would be a breakout, all-time high breakout, and I'm very curious what that will bring us. MRVL, we played MRVL here on the, what was this, I think the 19th or something, yeah, the 19th of June. And this is what we wanted to see then on MRVL, and we did witness that. So this was what's going on back then. So this can all be erased now. So this is all in the past. And now this is going on here. So this is just a small gap up here, from here to here. And then now can move $1.35 for a 50-cent stock. That's good enough. But honestly, I hope for a reversal long here so that it will fall down here to 49.40-ish, and then you can play this one all the way up to 52.65. CRCT. Recent IPO. Well, not bad. This is difficult to read. This is very difficult to read if something happens like this on a stock that's fairly new. But what's not difficult to read is this. This is 38.89 and this is 38.85. So close enough for a double top for me. And this being the first higher low and this being the first lower low compared to this one, then if you want to short this one, there's not a lot of room here, because look at this level here. This is the 9 EMA. Might just bounce here on this level, 35.40. Can move $2.65 on a day. So exciting. This low is also close to this level, so I'm gonna make this one purple again. I don't think that there's no action during pre-market, so this is no action, and this means that stock is not getting noticed yet. So it will not go flat ripping or tanking right from the beginning. And it's always nice to, if you pick your stocks for day trading, it's always nice that some stocks are like these that you can watch during the day, because they're not gonna do anything when the market's open, not gonna do anything spectacular. And then you have some stocks that are in the opening quite active, and you can read the price discovery on stocks like that, and then you can trade them accordingly. So some stocks that move really, we saw it yesterday on MRO, played that one for an hour and a half or something, and most day traders will say, okay, I'm out, I'm gonna just in, out, in, out, in, out. But that's not just that's not my kind of play. You know that by now. Day trader can also be someone who, look at this, can also be someone who is in a trade one complete day. So this is what's happening now on, not now, but on WMB. If it breaks that level, this is the level that's trying to break for 3 days in a row now, and you're now looking at a weekly. just to see if you can determine another level here. Well, yeah. It's not a big move, only 50 cents a day on average, but it can move if it's getting some love and attention. So I'm just going to call this 2836 as the breakout level. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it in right now. Oops. You want to be in this in a breakout trade and 2836. So there will be people shorting this one because there is room to this 9 EMA. Not a lot, but there is room. And then there's also room here to 2677. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 updates and then consolidation right here. That tells you something. Or it really should tell you something by now. Stephen, large bit as, yeah, you mean on WMB? Because, well, this is just market open and so the spread is now 28.17, 28.37, that's 20 cents, that's just too much. So, but in pre-market, that's you see that more often because there's no volume. So just wait till the spread is in your favor. So nobody's going to buy this one here at 28.37 if the spread is 20 cents because you lose 20 cents immediate. Build a fire source, I'm sorry. This is just another graph that's just looking completely different than what we looked at on the WMB. This is had some headwind all the way, just trading very nicely. Just this is what you want to see if a stock trades up, so up, down, all these nice higher lows, higher highs, I'm sorry, and lower highs. And higher lows and higher highs. Sorry, that's what you see here. So this is just great. And then this is, it cracks down here a little bit, if you can see this. So this is just, this is, if you pull out the textbook, then this is how a stock moves up. Just, it never goes in a straight line, only if it's a meme stock, of course, but it never goes up like this. It's always going up like this. And then you can see this is what I call a stock that trades clean. And it trades clean because it just does what it has to do. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And here, what you can also see, if you look a little bit closer to a stock like this, then you can see something that you want to see when you look at stocks, and that is that it respects its 50 moving average very much. It gets under it sometimes, but it trades very nicely here. If it gets under its 50 EMA, then get pulled out after that swamp again and then just trades back up. So this 50 is telling, and this is also normal for a stock that trades normal like this. And so this is what you want to see on a stock that is trading very nicely. And now if you know that 50 is support during this whole way, and then here it breaks, then this is just an interesting move that you see happening right now. Because 50 is now here, it is 45.67. It's now trading around 42.75, so that's $3. It can move $1.50 a day on average, so you're not going to get there today. But the thing that you're wondering about, if something trades as neat as this, if this is the end of this downtrend, or that this neat way of trading up will continue and then continue here on the downside. That's something that you want to see here. So is this something, if this is the line here, this is the 50 line, is this the, so this is the 50 EMA, this blue one, so I'm going to make this one blue. Will this 50 EMA will also be the downtrend? So if you're a swing trader or if you're an investor and want to go short on this one, then if you see something like this, the 50 EMA is really support for this stock. And so that's what I say, it's trading clean. So you can trade this now two ways. Very interesting if this, sorry, this. So if this is the cause for the short players, so blue line up, blue line going down, will this be what short players are interested in? And the first thing that you have to notice, if this is going to happen, and it has to break this level here, because this is now where the 200 moving average is, which is at around 40. So if you're a swing trader, then you have to look for these two levels, I think, and determine in the coming days if you want to trade this to the downside or to the upside. If you are a day trader, which I am, then I'm going to take these off. You know what I mean. So this is a big rejection, of course, of this price. This is a big rejection. You don't want to see something like this on a stock if you are long bias. So if this trend is not the short trend, but the uptrend, then what you would expect right now is something like this would happen. So just draw these little things in here. And then you get some idea of what you want to see here. So you want to see this after something like this. This is a big rejection. That's not what you want to see here. What you want to see here is this one getting filled all the way today. And so the levels for these are 42.29 and 45.19 to the long sides. If it breaks this level here, 42.29, then look out for anything under this 41.22. So this is BLDR. Okay, watch lists, yeah. We were not completely at the ends, but almost. So if you have any tickers, any stocks that you want to talk about right now, then put them in right now because I'm just going to do my last two, I think. And then the show is over. So if you have any tickers on your mind, nothing is too bad or too scary, just put them in there. So this is AM. I like to pick some other stocks sometimes other than what all the other channels and all the other people do. So AM is a stock that's not often on any list, but look what it did these last few months. So this is the daily, also really nice trading up, trading up, trading up. No sign of weakness yet. Also not on the RSI here. So if you see this, then this is this low is higher than this low. So this is a higher low. And this high is higher than this high. So this is a higher high. So you want to keep looking for higher highs and higher lows. Now we are at a high here in this area. Will this be the higher high? So you can nicely trade this one in a range. So this is 1057. This high is higher than this high here. Will this one form now a new lower high, or will this one get above the 1057 and even make a higher high than this already was? So that's what you're looking for. And as it trades so nicely on its 9 EMA in this case, then 1016 is just the level that you want to watch for right now. So it can just fall back to 1016 from 1057. And if it breaks out here, then it will make a new high. And there's no volume in this one whatsoever during pre-market. As you can see, 55 shares traded. And there's just one more that's even not traded at all. Only one share traded. And that is ROL, R-O-L. And we're looking for a reversal here, so nothing happening in pre-markets. And what you're looking for right now, that this really was the low here. This really should be the low, will be the low, is the low, could be the low, this. And then, because this is just a little bit higher here, so technically this low is higher than this low, so this is a higher low, and this high is higher than this high, and higher than this high, but higher than this high, so this is a higher high here on the daily, but it has a lot of trouble in passing that 9 EMA here, so that's definitely a level for you if you want to play this. So you now also see a spread here of 35.65 and 32.42. That's not a real spread, it's just because there's no volume. So wait for this one to settle in price discovery. Okay, we're gonna do two tickers, RUN and AHT. Let's do that. RUN is the ticker from Steve. Good to see you again, Steve, and good to see you, Dulas, if I pronounced that right. Okay, we talked about RUN here in this, it was in this area here, and we thought that we saw some kind of a triangle here, but the triangle never paid out. So this is something that you on the big time frame you're fighting against the trend. So this is just this is the daily. So now and everybody who isn't trading or follows one or two courses, then here after just 1 or 2 days this expression, the trend is your friend. So I trade these also all the time. So you can, this is what you have to be aware of. You're trading against the trend here, against the daily trend. And if you go to the weekly, you're trading against the weekly trend. And if you go one time frame higher, you go to the monthly and you see you're trading against the trend, but here you see some kind of maybe some kind of a bounce. So good that you, so then this would be the low, 36.76, but it's a long way from home, so you don't want it to go there. So what you want to see if you trade something like this, that this is really a bounce. So you can see this on a daily trend also, this trend down. I'm gonna get this one out of the way. Trend down, and now it really tries to get up again, but it's not a real strong reversal, to say the least. So day trading this is difficult because it's been very choppy. But what you can see is that I'm looking a little bit closer, and sometimes you have to look a little bit longer, and you see something happening here, because the yellow one, the 20 moving average, seems to be key in this one. So it really likes to touch the 20 and then fall back. You want 2 times with the 9, and then this is the first time that it gets above its 20 moving average, but also above it with three green candles in a row. So you might call 45.23 here as a level for you, and then if that's, you can draw this little trend line here. If it's not going to happen today, then it has to happen on one of the days ahead. So this is interesting after all. So I want to look at 45.23. Thank you, Steve, for this one. And I really want to see, this is not something that I want to play. I really want to see this 44.25, which is the 20 moving average that has to hold. And then 43.88 is also a level that you want to see breaking. But all these candles are bullish candles, so a break above 45.23 would really spice things up on this one. So nice call on this one, Steve. AHT. Yeah, this is a typical secondary runner for AHT. So if nothing happens other than this, then this is a double top on a daily level, which is strong. So you want to play this one on the breakouts. So at least 738 as a breakout, and to be safe, you can say, okay, a lot of people are now here wondering, should I short this one or should I take the long? And if they short this one and you don't get above 738, then it breaks. If a lot of people are short in this one and the short is not working, then they have to buy their stocks back here at around 750. So to be fully free of any worries, then 750-ish would be my entry level. because I am very cautious about this stock, because it's only moves 73 cents a day, but on big days it can, as we saw yesterday, can move a lot more. So everything depends today if it's going to break that level of 738, and if it doesn't, then it's a short. And if it gets above there, then I will get in at 750. Yeah, AEMD, we talked about this one this morning. We saw this big spike up, and what I told you this morning, okay, somebody's going to buy it here. And I thought it was around 17. So this is the ultimate FOMO play. So this one gets up, and then you think, no, I'm not going to get in. No, I'm not going to get in. No. And eventually you think, okay, this thing keeps on going, because it was over 300% in the morning. And then we just all said, okay, if you're getting in here, then there is going to be one moment that you're going to get slashed. And if you're looking at these candles, then you have to realize that there were people who bought it here at 1783. If this was not such a spectacular move as we saw this morning, then this is just a normal spike up. So this is spike up and then just going down even under VWAP now. So if you want to play this, then you really need to see there's some strength, but it's now at $8, and will it get back up to $18? There's no way of telling you this. So can just squeeze up again, but can be chopped all day. So I'm expecting nothing of this, and I will only be watching price action if something like this would ever be a play for me. So this might happen. So spike up here, not all the way, but just a little bit up, and then just going down again here to touch VWAP. So this is where VWAP's at right now. So this one moves, of course, like they all do, but let's assume that this was the opening and this is VWAP, but I want to see it in the spike up and then coming down, then reclaiming VWAP, and then play it from VWAP to the upside. Because, well, and if it gets here from the start, from the first minute, just jumps up, then that's not a FOMO play, and I'm not going to get into a play that's playing on my emotions. I did that a lot of times when I was just starting out, and I lost a lot of money because of that. So please be sure that you don't get in the first minute if that's not your play. Let me rephrase that. I'm not going to get in this one in the first minute, because this is nice to see, but I see a lot of times that the next minute this happens, so that it's just falls down on you again. So on stocks like these with a lot of movement in pre-market, please be sure that you have please be sure that you watch price discovery when markets open. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for putting in these stickers. If you're going to trade today, trade carefully. If you want to follow me on Twitter, because I will tweet out my plays today, and also if I'm watching something, then you can see that on Twitter. And if I'm watching something, and then you have to look at the levels that I gave you today, because otherwise, I got this review from somebody yesterday who said, "Yeah, watching. What are you watching?" Yes, you have to watch the show. So if for example, Run, just let me explain this very quick. If Run does something like this today, in the first 5 minutes, let's assume this is a 5-minute check, and if it does something like this, then I say I'm watching Run, and I'm watching Run because this is a level, and I'm gonna wait and see if I can play it from this level to the upside, or this level to the upside. And also, if it goes up and I want to play a breakout, then I'm watching Run also for the breakout play. So if I'm watching something that and it's close to a level, or might be close to a level, or or play that I'm interested in. So that's being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 4 a.m. Eastern time. That's in America, of course, and 10 o'clock Amsterdam time. Thanks for watching, and see you all tomorrow.